Have you ever felt the weight of your flaws, your fears, or your anger? Do you shove these feelings into the shadows, hoping they'll disappear? We've been taught to suppress our darker sides, to wear a mask of perfection. But what if I told you that the very darkness you fear holds the key to your greatest strength? Carl Jung, the renowned psychologist, spoke of the shadow, the part of ourselves we deny, bury, or avoid. It is the chaos, the fear, the anger we pretend isn't there. But suppressing it doesn't erase it. It festers, controlling us in ways we don't even realize. The ancient Stoics understood this long before Jung's time. They believed in the power of facing one's inner struggles head-on, transforming them into strength. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." But what happens when the mind turns against itself? When anger, jealousy, or fear become the events within? That's when the work begins, not by running from these emotions, but by confronting them. The gift of the shadow. Jung argued that within every shadow lies untapped potential. The anger you suppress? It's a fire waiting to be directed. The fear you avoid? It's a signal urging you to grow. The Stoics echoed this in their teachings. Seneca reminded us that adversity is not our enemy but our teacher. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. To harness the power of the shadow, we must first acknowledge its existence. Picture a lion, caged and restless. Ignore it, and it will grow fiercer, lashing out. But confront it, understand it, and you can tame it. Your shadow is that lion. It is not your enemy. It is your raw, unrefined strength. Facing the inner chaos. The journey to mastery begins with self-awareness. Epictetus, another great Stoic, taught us, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Mastery of the self isn't about silencing the chaos within. It's about listening to it, learning from it, and transforming it. Ask yourself, what emotions do I fear most? What parts of myself do I hide from the world? These are your shadows. Don't flee from them. Instead, bring them into the light. Imagine a man standing before a raging storm. He can either cower, letting the storm destroy him, or step into it, letting its winds strengthen his resolve. We are that man. Our shadows are the storm. And the moment we face them, we stop being victims of our emotions and start becoming their masters. The alchemy of transformation. The Stoics and Jung shared a belief in transformation. Jung's philosophy teaches us that integrating the shadow leads to wholeness. The Stoics believe that hardship, when embraced, leads to virtue. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Your anger? Channel it into determination. Your fear? Let it teach you caution and courage. Your doubt? Use it to fuel your quest for understanding. This is the alchemy of transformation, turning the lead of your shadow into the gold of strength and wisdom. Why your shadow makes you unstoppable. When you integrate your shadow, you stop fearing yourself. And when you stop fearing yourself, the world loses its power to intimidate you. A person who has confronted their darkness walks through life with quiet confidence. They are no longer at war with themselves, and this inner peace radiates outward. Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." Facing your shadow is the bravest act you can undertake. It is an act of freedom, freedom from the chains of self-doubt, fear, and anger that are a challenge to you today. I challenge you to stop running from your shadow. Sit with it. Acknowledge it. Write down the emotions, fears, and flaws you've been avoiding. Ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? And when you feel the urge to hide from your darkness, remember, the lion inside you is not there to harm you. It is there to remind you of your strength. Embrace it, and you will become unstoppable. The Stoics believe that true power lies not in the absence of struggle, but in the mastery of it. And so I leave you with this thought. Your shadow is not your weakness. It is your untapped potential, waiting for you to claim it. Are you ready? Mastering your shadow is not about perfection, it's about courage. It's about walking into the storm, facing your chaos, and emerging stronger. The journey won't be easy, but it will be worth it. Because when you own your shadow, you own your life. And that is true freedom.